Ya ibn Rasulullah, we have a complaint, and that is we pray, we supplicate day after day, month after month, year after year, but we don't receive the answer. Allah doesn't answer our prayers. Why is that? The Imam alayhi salam, he says to them, لِأَنَّكُمْ تَدْعُونَ مَنْ لَا تَعْرِفُونَ. Because all these years you're making dua and you don't even have a concept of who Allah is. You're speaking to a stranger. You know how our parents, they tell us don't talk to strangers? We have made Allah a stranger in our lives. We don't know Allah. So you have to know, even in our human interactions, you don't go to just a random person and ask them for assistance or help. You go to someone who you know. You seek help from someone who you know. Similarly, when it comes to dua, you have to know who you're speaking to. Because when you identify the position and the status of the one who you are requesting from, it changes the way that you speak. If you know you're speaking to a child, you're going to speak to a child in a certain manner. If you're speaking to an adult, you're going to conduct yourself in a certain manner. If you're speaking to a marji', the way that you interact is going to be different. So you have to know who you're speaking to. You have to know who you're addressing. So the first is ma'rifatullah. Now how do we know Allah? The best way to know Allah is to examine the ayat where Allah describes Himself to us. If you want to know Allah, figure out what Allah has said about Himself. The Quran. If you want to really know Allah, the first khutbah, the first sermon of Nahjul Balagha gives you a good concept, a good idea of who Allah is. Familiarizing yourself with Asma'ullah, the names of Allah. Some of us, we know the names of our favorite athletes. We can name 50 of them. But if you ask someone, name 20 names of Allah, can't answer. So being familiar with the names of Allah. Allah in the Quran says, قُلِ ادْعُوا اللَّهَ أَوْ ادْعُوا الرَّحْمَنَ. Call upon Allah. Don't just say Ya Allah, say Ya Rahman. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. Allah says, to Allah belong the most beautiful names. Not just one name, not 99 names. فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. Allah is commanding us. He's encouraging us to call upon Him by His other names. Allah is Al-Wadud, Al-Ghafoor, Al-Shakur, Al-Musawwir, Al-Aziz. Study. Take a few weeks, 1 month out of your life and study 2 names a day. Is it going to take a lot of your time? Be familiar with the Lord who you are addressing.